presentation because you are interested in investing into the acquisition network. We are the only company that offers a social marketplace, deal sourcing AI, and mobile education application all in one. We help people that don't have experience buy a profitable business in 6 to 12 months without their time or down payment capital. Sounds crazy, but we know this works. My board of advisors have successfully bought and sold over 350 companies over the last 30 years. So we know what it takes to get the deal done. We have a team of experts designed to help people buy businesses by allowing them to focus on their strengths and outsourcing their weaknesses. Right now, we're experiencing the largest wealth transfer in human history. There's 68 trillion in assets that's going to change hands in the next 25 years. But the problem is 80% of these businesses listed never sell, and 96% of students that want to get into mergers and acquisitions, like our client Wendell, can never get a deal done. So we created a service to help clients like Wendell, who spent the last 5 years chained to a corporate desk trying to buy a business, to have access to the same systems, teams, and frameworks created on Wall Street and corporate America and delivered as a software solution to the general public. And so now Wendell can leverage our app, network, and training system to get deals done faster. So people like Wendell, the buyers who want to quit their 9 to 5, he doesn't have tens of millions of capital or a team to buy the company, and there's a higher failure rate when it comes to taking over that company because it didn't have the operation support if the deal closes. So Wendell can hire us, download our app, and then we can put him in position to get in front of more sellers that are used to living off of cash flow and not liquidity, that are motivated to retire, but they don't have their books prepared. We can also help Wendell get in front of brokers that don't have a vested interest in his success. They're normally paid on success fees. They don't vet the companies and they don't help post acquisitions. By generating this deal flow to people like Wendell that want to replace their 9 to 5, now Wendell's able to go confidently to private equity groups that have hundreds of millions, some have billions of financing. These guys have specific buying criteria, but they don't invest into marketing. So now our clients that are looking to replace their corporate 9 to 5, we can give them our proven mergers and acquisitions and marketing system to these private equity buyers to get more deals done. So here's a quick demo to show you how it all works. This gas station, you've got to manually put your name, number, and email in or call the broker and hope that he answers. If not, you got to leave a voicemail and go to the next one. And it really is a time-consuming process to get the information on businesses. So instead, we created a social network where buyers can collaborate, and we can leverage the engagement of these buyers and get consultants to call the brokers and do the work of delivering those financials. And now buyers can collaborate in group chats, they can connect, they can share files with one another quickly and easily. And it's really all designed for investors to hire a consulting team to do the work of organizing the data and to put the investor in position to buy more businesses. And so there's a shared calendar system where we can schedule meetings with one another. There's a transparent feed of over 2,500 recordings of us building out the entire network from scratch. So that's how we get our clients to trust us, to hire us to buy the businesses. There's an education platform where we can assign courses to students. So here's one of my students, Gerald. Gerald can go through the training, right? So he's checked off like which videos he's watched. And so when he's done with the training, he can go into the CRM and start making calls on behalf of the network. And there's no place on the planet that has all of this in a single place, where there's the deal, there's the network, there's the education, right? Gerald can say, wants to sell a company in Texas. And then Gerald can tag the buyer, and the buyer will get the notification. So here's an example of a deal that Gerald did find. right? Motivated seller, willing to finance 20%, needs to scale, da da da. And then he can sign that to people on my team. And then we can reach out and call Gerald and he's like, hey man, great job. Let's schedule a call. And so that's the demo. There is no social network that brings it all together, education, software, consulting, marketing, all in one. So that's the demo, right, guys? So there's millions of people, 96% of mergers and acquisition students looking to get a deal, but they can't complete it because they don't have this technology, they don't have the team, they don't have the private equity, they don't have the marketing system. They hire us to get more deals done and everybody wins. We get to develop our software and build a bigger operating system to acquire more companies. So here's how the financial model works. We are paid on mergers and acquisitions services. So clients like Wendell hire us to get the deal done for them. And so we charge an upfront retainer in exchange for completing that transaction. We also offer subscription SaaS services in education for students that can't afford our done-for-you services but want to learn how to do it on their own. And so these people are taught how to bring deals to us, and that equates to marketplace commission fees. So when we close those deals, this is all contributing to our revenue roadmap. So the merger services, the software, and the education and commission fees. And so as we complete more transactions, that equates to us receiving more equity in cash flow. So for every business that we buy, we're compensated with equity. And so I'm going to skip ahead actually and show you an example of a deal. So here's a company that we acquired valued at 1.4 million. We're able to take the business to 4 million in just 3 years. So our equity gain on this deal is 140,000 plus 2,000 a month in cash flow. And then after the company grew, it went to 400,000 equity, 6,000 a month in cash flow. And so that's what's in it for us. It's not about charging the upfront service fees. It's about creating generational wealth by growing these companies and putting our money in position to scale. And so in terms of charging clients like Wendell, here's our products. We have the subscription, the acquisition network where you just download the app and you join, and we have training and education for people that want to learn, and we have services for people that don't have the time and need our help to complete the transaction for them. And so the revenue that's generated through the services is used to create a deal flow pipeline, so we're compensated through that equity and cash flow as I showed you. And so here's our track record so far, right? So we've generated over 1.1 million in revenue so far, 2.6 million in contracted revenue, and we have 9 LOIs signed and 20 quality deals in the pipeline. So the market that we're serving is massive. There's 75 million companies for sale in the United States, 10 trillion in equity available, and 50 million people in America quit their job last year for more location freedom. And so we did analysis on 33 companies. We saw that there is no company that offers a social marketplace and automation service to help clients buy the business for them all in one. And so that's why we decided to create this platform to make it easier for people to buy and sell businesses. And so if you're still not convinced, here's why you must act now. So if you never heard of Carl Allen, you should look him up, check out his LinkedIn. So Carl Allen is one of the largest business acquisition coaches in the world. He's been in this space for 27 years. He's done over 300 deals and 47 billion in transactions. Why don't you hear from him on exactly why you should invest into our company now?
Yeah, so Best Buy sells like the primary MLS.
Bro, why have we not created an MLS for businesses?
Yeah,
Is that something that's too big of a thing to create? Like somebody bigger than us has to create?
No, that's actually something that I'm going to do in the next 3 to 5 years. I'm going to create a digital marketplace for all the buyers and all the sellers in the United States that want to do deals. And I'll tell you why that's really important. Sometimes, yes.
So one of the world industry leaders just said that he wants to create a digital marketplace where all the buyers and sellers can connect. So if you saw the demo earlier, you saw that we've already built that. We're literally 4 years ahead of someone that's done 47 billion in this space and one of the world's market leaders. So in conclusion, right, we are the acquisition network. We're the only company on the planet that offers a social marketplace, deal sourcing AI, and mobile application all in one. And right now we are raising capital to complete our AI and put us into the App Store. We've invested quite a lot of money to set up the system to where it is today. Here's a snapshot of the spending that it's taken to get to where we are. Here's like $800,000 just to set up the team of mergers and acquisitions advisors to put us in position to acquire hundreds of companies. So I had to grease a lot of palms. I had to find a lot of people that are experts at what they do so I could focus on being the expert at what I do, which is collecting data profitably. And so right now we're looking to raise $1 million to complete the development of our software that's going to allow us to complete our AI and bring in hundreds of companies that are qualified, not just dozens, and allow us to push the app into the App Store and automate our training process so that we can create a network of consultants to bring us many, many deals. And so we've outlined our use of funds. It's clearly broken down. We even have a feed here where you can transparently see exactly what we spend our money on, what we need to spend our money on, and what the costs are going to be to take the product to the next level. Here's how the first $1 million is going to be spent on development, operations, and marketing. And yeah, like I said, we've really done the research. There is no company that offers a marketplace, network, education, automation, and private equity all in one. And so our vision for the product is a very extensive one. Like, we plan on going from mergers and acquisition services to education, right? That's what we've been focusing on now. But after we get a network of consultants, we can focus on helping the companies with B2B services so that we can consult for equity and acquire. And at that point, we're going to be able to charge for just access to the founders and our systems, and then eventually charge for space on the platform, and then license our technology in every major office in the world. And so to summarize, there's a 3-prong approach to our fundraisers. Step 1 is raise $1 million for the software so we can complete the AI and get into the App Store and automate our training. Step 2 is the marketing fund, where we raise an additional $1 million for strictly producing revenue and selling our products, where we're offering a 20% preferred return. Right now, we're producing a 21x ROI, and we've done that historically over the last 4 years. Every dollar we put into marketing, we make anywhere from $12 to $21. So by having an additional $1 million in marketing, we can produce millions so that we can constantly sustain the growth of our pipeline. And then finally is us being able to fund our own deals. So we're looking to raise $100 million where we're in position to complete the entire transaction on our own. So that way, when we have a portfolio of deals just like this, valued at $50 million, we don't have to go to private equity groups to ask them to close it. We can just close it ourselves. So in conclusion, we are the Acquisition Network. We are the only company that offers a social marketplace, deal sourcing AI, and mobile education and application all in one. And so if you're interested in learning more about how you can invest into the future of doing business, schedule a free consultation today. The future of doing business is now. Don't get left behind.